We have come in at 5 shots for 0.4 of an inch at 50 yards. .8 of an inch for 5 shots at 100. Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the Volquartsen Superlite 22 Magnum rifle. So first of all, let me show you what it comes with. We've got a chamber safety flag there from Volquartsen, and we've got the user manual. And just here is the actual box that it comes in. Okay, so the gun case here is just a hard plastic outer, and obviously just soft foam inside. So this rifle, guys, is category C here in Australia. So in other words, it's restricted for collectors, primary producers, feral pest controllers, etc., etc. Okay, you must have a category C license to have one of these here in Australia. So let's go ahead and clear it there. And let's start off with a run by. Now, these Volquartsen rifles are pretty much inspired by the Ruger 1022. They've just that same blowback design. They've got the same Ruger Rotary Magazine, but they're just a lot more customized, from Volquartsen. A lot higher quality goes into it than just the standard, Ruger 1022. Now the receiver on this is type 3 hard anodized aluminium, so it's not the standard stainless receiver like on other Volquartsen rifles, so obviously they do that to make it lighter. The overall weight of this rifle is about 5 pounds 7 ounces, or 2.46 kilos, so just under 2.5 kilo. So for a rifle, that is pretty good going, nice and lightweight. You can get out, do a decent amount of pest control with it, carry it around all day, and it's certainly not going to weigh you down. Now the barrel is also lightweight. It's made from carbon fiber. It's actually threaded into the receiver here, so obviously you're going to have a little bit more accuracy, where the traditional Ruger 1022 use that V-block design. So this is actually threaded into the receiver. Now the length of the barrel is 16.5 inches, or about 42 centimeters. Now the compensator on the end, it's threaded on the 1/2 inch by 28 TPI thread, which is just a standard, basically 223 or 22 thread in the US. And we've got this 32 hole compensator, which adds about 2 inches of length, or around 5 centimeters. So all up, you're looking at about 18.5 inches, in total length there. But I just think it's really nicely proportioned in general. Now the stock on this, as soon as I picked it up, I thought, geez, that feels like a Hogue stock. And yeah, it is. It's a Hogue stock. You can see on the back here, they've actually got the writing Hogue on the rubber kick pad. We've got the sling attachments front and rear. And then on the bottom, we've just got the Volquartsen logo that's actually been put on this Hogue stock. So it is a soft rubber one, feels nice and comfortable in the hand, great up to the shoulder. Anyone who's used a Hogue stock, will understand what I'm talking about there. Now the trigger in this, fantastic trigger. It's a single stage trigger and it breaks clean, advertised at 2.25 pounds, but when I've used the trigger pull gauge on this, it's broken clean at 2 pounds, which is perfect. That's where I really like to have a trigger set at. So we've got this 9-round Ruger Rotary Magazine. So obviously, if you're in areas where you can use the high capacity mags, Volquartsen make a 25-round mag, for this particular rifle. But obviously here in Australia, that'd put it up to category D. Now the integral Picatinny rail on top here, obviously you can put numerous different rings and optics on top with that. I've just got the loopholed PRW2 1-inch rings here, and I've got the loopholed VX Freedom rimfire 3 to 9x40 optic on top. Nice and lightweight optic. It's not going to weigh the whole rifle down. Now guys, on the topic of the optic, yeah, look, I could have gone up the scale and put something more expensive on it, but I've got 5 of these scopes now. No word of a lie, I have 5 of them, and I just love using them on my rimfires because they've got those MOA compensators there on the actual crosshairs. So, you know, you can basically sight the rifle in at whatever distance you want. So being a rimfire, probably about 50 yards. And then you just know with those drop compensators exactly where the bullet drop is at greater distances. So I just find it extremely simple and easy to use. So that's why I went for that. So obviously Volquartsen, made in the USA, completely made in the USA. Here in Australia, not cheap at all. This one was $2,249 from Cleaver Firearms. So that's excluding obviously the optic, add a little bit more on top for that. So yeah, not really cheap, but extremely high quality. So, you know, we're going to put it to the test. I've got this one here for feral pest control on the farm. So let's get out, see what ammunition it likes, and get it all sighted in for that purpose. Okay guys, so let me run you through the ammo that we're going to test through the rifle today. We'll start off with the Horny 30 grain V-Max. Then we'll go up to the CCI 35 grain game point. Now this is built around the Savage Arms A22Magnum, so I'm really hoping that we get, you know, some sort of decent accuracy out of that. Then we've got a pack of Winchester Varmint HE 34 grain projectile. Then we've got the super expensive RWS 40 grain soft points. And then last of all, we've got the heaviest of the 22 Magnum loads that you can get, and that's the 50 grain jacketed hollow point from Federal. So we'll start just down there at 50, guys. I'll get it sighted in and we'll just do 5-shot groups of each one, and we'll just see which one the Volquartsen takes a liking to, and then we'll probably move out there to 100 because I'm going to use this for pest control out to that distance. Okay, so the first ammo here was the 30 grain Horny V-Max, and we've come in at 0.8 of an inch. Now I did have a few fail to extract and a few double feeds with this ammo, so I'm just wondering whether the spring in the Volquartsen prefers heavier ammo, but yeah, I did have some problems with that, unfortunately. Then down to the 35 grain ammo from CCI, we're pretty much at exactly the same there, 0.8 of an inch. Now obviously that's designed, you know, for the Savage semi-auto, and I had no problem whatsoever with you know, the functioning and cycling of that ammunition. Next one here is the Winchester Varmint HE, little bit tighter group. We've come in at 0.7 of an inch. Now no problem whatsoever with cycling with this ammunition either. Then we went up to the RWS 40 grain ammunition. Now a little bit of spread there. We're at 0.9 of an inch. Now I was a bit disappointed with that because this ammunition is insanely expensive for 22 Magnum, and every single round failed to extract. So I don't know whether the brass is just a little bit softer or what's going on there, but yeah, I had to push it out with a cleaning rod each and every time. Then we come down to the 50 grain ammunition from Federal. That is just absolutely beautiful. We have come in at 5 shots, for 0.4 of an inch at 50 yards. I just couldn't be happier with that ammunition. So I think what I'll do, guys, the two top performers are the Winchester and obviously the Federal. So let's get a target up at 100 and make sure we're sighted in for that ammunition at that distance. All right, guys, so let's have a look at the target here at 100. So the first one was the Winchester Varmint HE, 34 grain. We had 4 shots beautifully into 0.7 of an inch there, but we had 1 flyer. So that's pushed it out to 1.2 inches. But yep, the winner of the day is clearly the Federal 50 grain. Look at that. We've come in at 0.8 of an inch for 5 shots at 100. That's just outstanding for a 22 Magnum semi-auto. All right, so as you've seen, guys, you know, once you find the right ammunition, this action is ultra reliable. And we're clear. Just fantastic, you know. I guess that what it comes down to is it doesn't really like, you know, a lot of the light ammunition. Look, I could be completely wrong, but that's what I found, you know, through the sighting in process here. So, yep, I'm extremely happy, guys. It's cycling well, there's no jams. It's shooting extremely accurate. So I can't wait to get out on the farm now and do some pest control with it. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up my final thoughts on the Volquartsen Superlite 22 Magnum. Now, honestly, you know, if you're able to get one of these, I don't know how you could be disappointed. As I've shown, you know, just find the correct ammunition for it, and it just shoots like a laser. It's just beautiful there. Really nothing to complain about. Fantastic trigger. Everything on it is customized, ultra lightweight, you know, and that's what you want when you're doing feral pest control, because I tell you, after hours of having a rifle up to your shoulder, it'll start weighing you down. So, you know, having something as lightweight as this, yet accurate, is just absolutely fantastic. So, yep, zero complaints from me, guys. It's just a fantastic rifle. So I hope you enjoyed the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.